You could say that he was so cool under control. He was throwing his movements.
Yes.
Oh, and pecking it. It was punches. Oh man, it was beautiful. If anybody wanted to learn anything about boxing, I'm talking about the art of boxing. Yeah. Watch that fight. Benitez and him. The punches. Oh, fuck. Next.
Hey everybody, welcome to a special episode of Hotboxin. I'm Evan Britton.
And I'm Mike Tyson.
Mike, we've got a legend in here today.
We have two legends in here, but we're going to speak to the one legend, right?
Yes, absolutely. Sugar Ray Leonard, welcome, my brother.
The one, the only.
How you doing?
Thank you so much for being here.
I said I'll be here.
I was waiting.
They
told me, but I didn't know it was going to be today.
It took me a while.
Today, the day after my birthday.
All right. Happy belated birthday.
How old
Thank
are you now?
I'm 32.
32?
32.
Congratulations.
Thanks, brother.
That is so beautiful. You're not even at your peak yet.
I know. I just feel like I'm coming to the peak of the mountain here.
32, man. It's like an embryo.
Yeah, it really is. I know. And where does the time go, as you guys were saying as well? Two of the ultimate champions of the world here. Ray, it's great to have you. I know we've been trying to get you in here for a while, and we got it done, man.
Well, I'm happy, man. I told Mike I guess years ago, I want to say weeks ago.
I was waiting for that moment, but I didn't know this moment. This was a drag day. I beat myself up to come today, and I was like, God, I have my nerve in my shoulder hurts from old training wounds, and I was like, God, I got to come in today, and today's the day.
Interesting.
And I came and I always know discipline is doing what you hate to do, but do it like you love it.
Yeah.
I'm going to use it, Mike.
Yo, that's what it is, though. That's what it is.
Yeah.
But listen, let's go back on the Sugar Man.
Yeah,
Palmer
absolutely.
Park, Maryland.
Yeah.
Right? Now, Palmer Park, that's more D.C. than Baltimore, right?
No, that's D.C., yeah.
Yeah, that's D.C. area.
Born Ray Charles Leonard.
That's Ray Charles, huh?
Named after your mother's favorite singer.
Peep game, though. Named after Ray Charles. Ray Charles is Ray Robinson. Ray Robinson named after Ray Charles.
That's true. But
wow.
My mother named me after Ray Charles because she thought I had a future.
Little did she know.
I had
little
a future,
did she know.
But not in singing.
Yeah.
Little did she know.
Little did she know.
Wow.
Little did she know.
Amazing. So how early on was it when you realized boxing was in your heart, in your spirit, and something that you had to do?
It wasn't. I was introduced to boxing through my brother Roger, my big brother Roger. And I was not athletically inclined. I was not tall. I was not strong. Well, strong I was, but I wasn't those other factors. And the first time I experienced boxing was at 210. Well, actually, it was in number 2 Boys Club in Washington, D.C. I put the gloves on. This kid hit me, boom, in the nose, and I said, "That's it." I took the gloves off. But it took about, I don't know, about 8-10 more years later that I put those gloves on again, and it was like I found boxing, boxing found me, and we found each other. It was a natural thing, you know. And I was a quiet kid, introverted kid, shy. Boxing gave me a whole different life, man. Boxing made me who I am today.
What was it when you came back to it that you fell in love with it so much? And you say, boxing found you, you found boxing, and we found each other. Because it's a very integral relationship.
Right from the start, it was like mano a mano. It was like me against the other guy, you know, and I felt I could win. I always felt that I could win. No matter what the circumstances were or who I was up against, I always felt that I could win. There was a way I could win. And it changed my whole life. It made me walk a little more with my chin up. It made me walk a little more with feeling confident, being positive. Street fights, maybe I had 2 street fights, maybe, in my entire life. Because I never walked up to anyone. I never had that look in my eyes that I wanted to beat people up. It was just that I wanted to be the best. I wanted to be special.
Makes sense. It's interesting, Mike. What do you always say? Tough guys don't do well in boxing.
No. Only the smartest win.
Yeah.
You only win because you're the smartest.
Yeah.
A tough guy is not going to do good. He's going to talk funny at the end of the day.
Tough guys. Yeah, it is. They call it the sweet science. It is indeed the sweet science. I don't care who you are. As you
knocked out before you know it.
Exactly, Mike. Exactly.
Nigga, you're knocked out before you know it.
Before you know it.
Interesting.
It humbles us all. It humbles you all.
Boxing has given me such a life, man. It enabled me to buy a home that's paid for my parents before they left this earth. It gave me respect. It gave me a sense of self. It allowed me to be a part of life and help others. I can go down. And in fact, I get teary-eyed when I think about what I've received from a sport that was looked down upon.
I don't think it gave you respect, Ray. I don't care how great you are. If you didn't have respect for yourself, boxing couldn't give it to you.
No, Mike, it did. It gave me strength. It gave me confidence. It made me into a person.
Yeah, I believe that. I believe it gave you confidence. But you're who you are. You were born that way through God. You had self-respect, even if you didn't know what it was.
Okay, you had me there.
Yeah.
He had me there. I'm a God. I was raised Baptist, and I pray all the time, especially now where I am in my life. All the time, I pray every single day. And I used to pray when I was the amateur boxer. I used to pray, not to win, but I prayed no one got hurt.
Really?
Yeah, I used to pray no one got hurt. And that's why I keep saying boxing gave me so much, man. And it sounds corny, but you know what? I don't care. I am who I am because of boxing. I am alive. I'm here doing this interview with you, Mike, because of boxing. There were times when I had things happen to me that I had to, I had to deal with. Just being sexually abused by a coach who I believed in, who I trusted. I don't know why I brought that up, but I'm glad I'm able to bring that up because, Mike, I love you, man. And we go through battles in the ring. In fact, when I give speeches, I use boxing as a metaphor, fighting as a metaphor, because we are fighters, even outside the boxing ring. We get knocked down. We need a great corner. We have to do our own version of road work. And, I enjoyed doing this because at first, back in the day, years ago, I would shed tears. I would cry when I couldn't talk about these subject matters, but I can talk about them now because of where I am and who I am.
Ray, you're very clear in your mind and how you express yourself and how you interact with others. And what do you credit that to, your mental clarity?
I attribute that to, first of all, God, no question about that. For me, this is my own personal means of trying to explain or articulate. It is God. I was in a brutal sport for over 40 years. And to have come out somewhat unscathed, it's truly a dream come true, a blessing. I've done all those things. I'm from the cocaine to I'm an alcoholic. I mean, those things I would never say because I was trying to take care of myself and being a publicist. But I talk about these things because you know why? Because they help other people. They help other people. I wrote a book back in 2011, I think it was. And I talked about sexual child abuse. I talked about being an alcoholic and all these things I would never tell because I was Sugar Ray Leonard. I was the best, and I was strong. I was invulnerable. But now, I talk about these things because I can help someone else out.
Yeah, no question. No question. Mike, how you doing?
I'm doing good. It's just beautiful that you came to this place in your life. We all come to this place in our life, and I guess it has to do with our mortality in some way. Do we want to know? Do we really believe that we're going to see God after we die? And if He sees us, is He going to be all right then with what He saw in my lifetime? And I know that's some nigga bullshit sometimes. But when I see you, I don't see that. I see somebody when I'm 12 years old. I saw you fight Wilfredo Benitez. I was locked up. What was that, in 79?
79, yes.
I'm locked up, so when I'm 13 years old, I'm locked up in juvenile. I'm watching the fight. He wins the title, but he's fighting a master. No one's saying he's fighting a guy who's champion of the world at 17, not amateur, professional. So, and he's probably 21 now, fighting you, right? And he's fighting. I can't even talk.
No, my God. I mean, I love you, man, and I support you.
Oh, no.
No.
You inspired me so fucking much, nigga. I saw you fight Turan. It changed my life. I said, this is what I'm gonna be. Look at me, nigga. Because of you. Who are you? You might not think you're nobody, nigga. I love you. I've been jealous of you all my life, nigga, because you're so beautiful. You stupid. You don't even understand, man. You're immoral to me. You know? When I saw you lose to Macho, it didn't even affect me because that wasn't you. That wasn't you. I didn't even cry. It didn't even bother me. That ain't the sugar daddy. See, I shouldn't be on here with you because I'm in love with fighters. Because this is what fighters did to me. Look at my shit. This is what fighting did for me. This is my shit. You're on my show, nigga.
Yes, I am.
So when I see you, I love you. It's like I worship you, nigga. I seen Duran all in your after you came back you were throwing punches. And I'm an exponent of the art of fighting. You were throwing punches. I learned from the master, my master, my mentor. He was throwing punches. He was throwing combinations. And the art of punching is when you could throw two punches that sound like one. He was throwing punches. You can hear them. There were two, but they sound like fucking one punch. They don't understand. Anybody that hears this understand the art of fighting. They know what I'm saying. He threw two punches that sound like one. You know how magnificent your speed have to be for that? That you don't even know that about fighting, do you? That didn't even come to your mind to make two punches sound like one. The ultimate knockout puncher.
The ultimate knockout punch. Don't get hit by that. Don't get hit by that.
Listen, I'm a fucking student of war. I know all the warriors from Charlemagne, Achilles, the #1 warrior of all warriors. From then, Alexander, Napoleon, I know them all. I read them all. I studied them all. I know the art of fight. I know the art of war. That's all I ever studied. That's why I'm so feared. That's why they feared me when I was in the ring. Because that's all I was an annihilator. That's all I was born for. And now those days are gone. It's empty. I'm nothing. I'm working on being the art of humbleness. Can you believe in me? That's the reason why I'm crying, because I'm not that person no more. And I miss them. Because sometimes I feel like a bitch. Because I don't want that person to come out, because if he comes out, hell is coming with him. And it's not funny at all. It must sound cool, like I'm a tough guy. It's just, I hate that guy. I'm scared of him.
That's it's like my life itself. I look back. Do I have any regrets? I'm asked that question all the time. Do I have any regrets? And I do in a sense, but then again, I'm saying I wouldn't be who I am today if those things didn't occur, those things didn't happen to me. I become a better father, a better husband, a better friend. Life, that's the old thing, life is what you make it. That is so true. Life is indeed what you make it. And when you give it all of yourself.
It's beautiful. He brings up this in me. I'm sorry.
But it's all about what's inside of you, how you feel. You know?
Yeah. And that's why I live the life that I live now. Because you knew me 20 years ago. You knew me 20 years ago. And that guy's kind of dead now. You know, but that wasn't easy. You know, that guy didn't want to leave. He wasn't leaving easy. He fought, screamed and cried and scratched all the way till he died. You know? And I'm very grateful. That's why I'm really surprised you're here. You know? And it can't be only me you did this to. You can't be only me. That you can give people those kind of inspiration. I can do this shit. He come from where I come from. He come from a bad neighborhood too. He saw people get killed. He know people died. He can make it. I can make it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mike, yes.
I never told you that. I knew you for all the time. I never told you that.
Now you got the chance, brother.
My ego wouldn't let me tell him that. My ego wouldn't let him tell him somebody was greater than me. My ego won't let me tell you that.
Your ego. And, you know, we all have one. Some worse than others. But until you're able to be able to live with yourself, within yourself, and when you start to care for others, I mean, again, when people see me, or I put it this way, when my little kids, well, when they were little, I should say, when they were little, they saw boxing films of me, videos of me and everything, and they call me Papa. So they look at me fighting, and then they look at me and say, that's not the same guy. Because I was so ferocious and I was so determined in that ring. But outside the ring, I am who I am. You know, I'm not aggressive. I'm non-confrontational. Yeah. Unless you mess with my family. My kids, you know, you try to make your kids stronger and better and this and that, but you know, they have to walk their own plank. They have to walk their own road.
Yeah.
So being a father is a beautiful thing.
Absolutely.
Being a father to me was the big challenge. Is a challenge and stuff. I look at my son. Sometimes I see myself. I see the me I don't like. I want to kill it because I don't want to do to my son what he did to me. But maybe he handled it better than I do. I doubt it, but maybe he does. Who am I? I'm not God.
The thing with me, trying to be a father, a better father than I was last year, than I was 10 years ago, 5 years ago, it's challenging, especially now because, you know, the social media, I mean, the technology. I mean, our kids are able to learn more, see more, experience more, and I try to instill, but then again, I'm not as firm as my wife. My wife is a lot stronger than I am because she'll say something and she means it. I'll kind of, you know, Daniel, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. You should be asleep, you know. But I have great kids. I knock on wood. I have great kids. I just want to be better. And then I criticize myself because I'm not a better father than the other guy or the other guy. I can't do that. I shouldn't do that. I know that.
This is interesting. Our kids are from us, but they're not of us. They're going to go places we can never go, and that's the future. That's our ego wanting our kid to be like us. Why would my kid want to be like me, thinking about himself all day, looking at himself in the mirror, thinking he's the best in everything, thinking everyone wants him, thinking he's God? Why would I want him to have a megalomania like me? Why would I want him to be like that? Let him be who he is. But it's my ego I want to control. We still want to control everything.
Control, yes.
Insecurity. I'm scared he might humiliate my name.
Yeah, insecurity.
He got to live his life.
Ray, what does it
He
mean?
might be gay and somebody might be holding him back. He might be afraid to say it because who my father might be.
Yeah.
And he might hurt himself.
I get it.
You know? Do it, be who you are. I had to be who I am. Even if you don't like who I am, this is who I had to be who I am, pretty much, you know?
Yeah.
That's why I love my kids so much. Even though when they do ridiculous things, you still have to love them. But they know I'm not an easy father to fuck with. I'm just a hard guy when it comes to that. That's just who I am if they wasn't my kids, you know?
But see, they tell me stuff. My kids tell me stuff because they know I'm not that aggressive. I'm not that tough. I don't look that tough. And I don't. They come to me, but then again, they also understand the fact that I give them benefit of the doubt. I'm not firm. Maybe I should be, but this is who I am. This is who I am.
What does it mean to both you guys? Ray, you could start, but what does it mean to be a good father or to be a better father?
I want to be a better father. I mean, the best father, there is no best father. I'm going to be a better father. And I try, I pray, and I talk to my friends. I talk to everyone. And like I'm on the plane, I'm leaving town tomorrow. So on the plane, I know fully well that the passenger sitting beside me, we're going to talk about something about the kids. And I heed their advice sometimes, but life is what you make it, man. And it's just a different generation, a different era for these young kids, these teenagers. I'm getting confused. I'm confusing myself because I'm trying to say the right thing, but then again, I want to say the real thing.
Yeah, no, but that's interesting. And my situation on that, fuck them. They should have my father if they complain. They got a millionaire father. They went to great institutions. They should have my father.
I would never. I could never tell my father, you're a bad father. You're this or that, because back in the day, that belt didn't feel good. But my father did the best he could, and again, look where I am today. This is because of my dad, part of my dad, and my mom. My mom I gotta include her. My dad passed away last year at 95. My mom's incredible woman, feisty, but she speaks her piece. She speaks her mind, almost too much.
Yeah, they
Sorry, Mom.
had to say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, and be a mean motherfucker. Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, and be a mean motherfucker. That's it.
Yeah.
Can you believe that stuff? But that's the skills they had.
Yeah.
I have different skills.
Right.
My skills are different. My skills are like, you better get your ass upstairs, okay? If you don't want to go upstairs, just go to the house I bought you, okay? And if you don't, and if you fucked up, I'm gonna kick you out of the house too. All right? That's me, okay? I talk tough and stuff, and I curse and I do all that stuff. But at the end of the day, yes, Dad. Princeton's called me today, Dad. Harvard called me today, Dad. Then I melt because I'm proud of them. Then I melt. They show me the education that they got from, what's the school in D.C.? What's that?
American?
Yeah, American University got his award. I got that, then I melt. Then I buy them something. Oh, NYU. I graduated that. I melt. Hey, Dad, Yale just sent me an invitation to come visit the grounds. I melt. They get what they want. I didn't finish, 6th grade, 7th grade. It's not a trip.
Yeah.
I can read, but imagine I can't write that. We want to see something funny about the greatest fight ever lived in his ego. Give me a fucking one of those things, an employment sheet. Let me answer one of those. That'd be really funny. You really laugh. But still, to people, I'm the greatest in everything.
The greatest thing, for many, many years, it was always about me. Having dinner at the house, with my mom cooking. No one can eat till I got there. I'm looking back. I'm going back I'm rewinding my tape into my head of things that occurred and how I feel about them now. Ego, I had ego. You have to have an ego to be successful. You have to believe in yourself.
Yeah.
You know, you just have
Absolutely.
to have that mindset. I really never stepped into the ring. Although the odds were totally against me, I always believed I could win. There was some way I could win.
Right. Could you have done that without an ego? You know,
No.
Probably not.
No,
Wait,
no.
listen.
Because you manufacture the ego to put out in front of you.
Listen, I used to watch.
To
Listen,
compete.
if you watch him and Benitez, oh man, you guys just don't understand. You watch him and Benitez fight, and 1 minute Benitez is an arrogant mother, and Benitez stands in the ring and looks at him so arrogant. Let's look at you, piece of shit. You really think you're gonna get this belt? And then he comes up. He walks from his corner. He comes in Benitez's face, and they start staring down. And this is the most intense stare down in the history of fighting at the time. Tell him, right?
Oh, yeah.
Listen, I'm 13. I already had orgasm. I didn't even never been with a girl.
The ultimate.
You think I'm playing?
No, I don't. I don't, Mike. I feel it, man. I know what you're talking about.
Oh, nigga.
But I could feel. I can look at right now.
You remember that moment?
Absolutely. That fight with Benitez and then with Roberto Duran.
Yeah.
The first fight when he beat me. I remember looking at him and he hit me so hard. They call him Manos de Piedras, hands of stone. He hit me so hard in so many places. I looked around and said, who else is in this goddamn ring? I can, right now, because I'm talking about it, I can smell his breath. I can recreate that moment.
But listen, you would never know. You could say that he was so cool under control. He was throwing his movements.
Yes.
Oh, and pecking it. It was punches. Just missing it. Oh man, it was beautiful. If anybody wanted to learn anything about boxing, I'm talking about the art of boxing.
Yeah.
Watch that fight. But Benitez and him, the punches. And then when he dropped Benitez, and Benitez saw, what was that, the fourth round or something? Then Benitez got up and he was throwing those punches and they were missing. But fuck, nigga. I'm sorry.
No, Mike. No,
Hey, brother, what are you sorry for, Mike?
Nigga, I'm fighting it in my blood.
I love it.
I'm talking about the art of it. Woo.
I can see it.
Woo.
You can feel it.
I threw more punches. I never threw and missed so many punches in my entire career combined that I missed with Benitez. He was so amazing.
Listen, I'm normally in control in these. Like you talking about those fights, nigga, I lose it, man. I was just learning about fighting back then. That made me say, this is what I want to be. I want people to applaud. Like they applaud them. In my mind, I was nothing. This is my whole life. I wasn't Mike Tyson, I was your guy.
Yeah.
It was a golden age, wasn't it? It was a golden age of boxing.
There's a lot of things the public and the fans are not privy to. The fact that after the Benitez fight, I went to the hospital.
Wow.
I was totally dehydrated.
It had to be the punches you were throwing at me.
I was trying to just, and he was just so slick and so, like Mike said, he was just, it was a chess match, a chess game, you know? Those were the moments, precious moments that I can.
It was locked in.
Yeah, it's locked in.
Yeah. It's in your DNA.
Yes.
Yeah.
No question about it.
Smelling his breath.
Everybody
Smell
always
his
talk
breath.
about Leonard when he fought. Everybody talk about how he comes from so deep, dig down, he be beating somebody and he has comes and he has fighting out. Boom, 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 boom. The fucking flurries and combinations from nowhere. It's out of nowhere.
What was that group called? The Fearsome Foursome? Or the
Hagler,
Four Horsemen?
Him, Hagler, Hearns,
Duran.
and Duran.
Yeah.
You know,
He came out on the top of all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, Tommy was. Let me tell you real quick about Tommy. When I fought Tommy, or prior to Tommy, back in the day, we weigh in the morning of the fight. So Tommy was on the scale, and he was, emaciated. Like this, he was on the scale. I said, I'm gonna kick his ass.
I'm gonna kill him.
I'm gonna kick his ass. He was so weak. And then the night of the fight, I'm in the ring and Tommy's in the ring. I look back. I said, that's not the same. That's not the same guy because he hydrated.
Ate and drunk water.
Oh my God, yeah. And Tommy just blew up and knockout power in both hands, fast, tall, and he was a beast, man. Tommy.
Remember Angelo Dundee saying, "You're losing it, son. You're losing it. You're blowing it. You're blowing it, kid. You're blowing it."
Perfect soundbite. The perfect soundbite. You know, Angelo said that.
Listen, I gotta go back. I gotta go back to my my antics on how that he's in the corner. His eyes closed. You're blowing it, son. You're blowing it. He gets out. He hits Leonard with overhand right to the jaw. And man, something happened. It looked like it missed Tommy, right? And Tommy goes on, and man, he throws a bunch of combinations that are a blur. And Tommy goes down. The people went crazy. Absolutely out of their mind. They thought Tommy was gonna get it, and he came from nowhere and just boom, took him down. It was you had to be there. You know, I was on closed circuit. That must have been amazing to be there live. Man, I never forgot it. All those fights from the 80s and early 80s and stuff from those guys, Duran, Guayo, all these guys, Benitez. Man, I never forgot those guys.
It was hot. I mean, that fight. It was like 100 degrees in the ring, and back then we fought 15 rounds. 15 rounds. So
15 rounds.
It's tough.
Wow.
From 12 rounds to 15 rounds, although it seems like 3 rounds, 3 additional rounds, that's what separates.
If they threw 60 punches a round, that was an easy round.
Yeah.
That was a slow fucking round.
Wow.
If 60 punches is a slow round for them. That was the round they took off. No, really, they took that round.
That was a
off.
rest round.
Yeah.
And that was when Tommy showed me that he could box. He can move, man.
He could punch right back. Yeah, he caught you with a nice comedy. Boom, boom. He was doing that movement.
Tommy. Sorry, Tommy.
I went to school the next day, told everybody about the fight. I told everybody about the fight. I even examined his eyes was shut closed, and he came back. I'm 15 years old, probably. I'm bragging. I'm in there, everybody's looking. The teachers listening to me. I'm saying his eyes was closed, and he was blind, and he came back. And
it's just that thing, you know. I mean, again, like Mike said, I was exhausted. Both of us were exhausted. But it takes one punch to rock your opponent, and then all of a sudden, that's when you bring out the intestinal fortitude, that heart that's
you know, it's
bigger
another
than
fight
life.
that I love that people underestimated. I thought it was a magnificent fight of you. You're punching precisely, perfectionist. Alu Kaluli.
Abu
You
Kaluli.
fought that fight. That was beautiful punching fight. Punching perfection.
Yeah. When I moved up to junior middleweight.
54.
Yeah. He was Kaluli. I mean, he didn't get credit because he wasn't a household name, but he could fight.
Tough.
He was tough. He was tough, man. Yeah.
It's tough.
But I tell you, one of the most incredible matchups was me and Hagler, and people were so concerned about me, rightfully so, because I had been out of the ring and they heard about my antics and hanging out, drinking and drugging and whatever. But I cleaned my system out for almost a year, and then I trained. I was in shape, but you don't know, you don't know what you have in the ring until you get in the ring.
Yeah.
And the bell rung, and I was nervous. I was shaking, and I said, "Pop!" I said, "This shit still works. It still works because you don't know. Because one thing you really don't lose is speed. You may lose the timing, the instant natural timing, but you don't empower. Your power. Mike's don't have power all his life, but it's just that being able to punch or fight with conviction. You lose that because we become away from the ring after so many years. We become civilized. Because back in the day when I was fighting, I didn't care about anything. I didn't care if I got hit, my teeth got knocked, whatever.
Right.
But as I got older, less active, getting into that ring isn't. It's not an easy task because it's all here.
Yeah.
It's all here, and
yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
yeah,
So tell me, because listen, Ray, I would love to know how your ego worked. How did your ego feel? I'm talking about right after you beat Hagler, you went to the dressing room, you went to your hotel, you're in the shower, and now, boom, you're coming out to the press conference. I was meeting the people to an after party. What was that like? I am God. It had to be. Come on, be honest with us.
No, I said that. I said that. I didn't say I was God, but I said, I'm the man. I'm the man. I mean, first of all, whether
Hey,
I got-
wait 1 second.
What's that?
You're really conscious of God now. I'm talking about put yourself with right that moment. Not right now. Put yourself at that moment. You had to be God.
yes, I was.
Yeah, it's no doubt.
Yeah.
That's all the world talked about.
But still, I didn't.
That's all the world talked about. You had to be
I didn't
God.
say God, but I know.
Especially when they
I was
thought
big.
that you were going to. Especially when they thought about your demise from that
Oh,
fight.
come on.
They
Yeah,
must have thought
yeah,
you were going to get killed, and then you won easily. They must have said, "Pfft,
Not easy. Not easy.
I thought you beat him easily. Come on.
It was no. It wasn't. I was in there, Mike.
Stop.
It was
So you being hard. Look, that's that humble. He didn't even know. Y'all boxed him.
I'm humble, but it was hard. It was extremely.
Well, but looking at the fight, you won the rounds. The rounds you won. You won most of the rounds then, didn't you?
Yeah.
All right, what
Yes.
was the score of the rounds? How many rounds did you win?
I think that 9.
Yeah, you're doing bowling
Yeah.
punches and stuff, all right. So, but I'm saying it looked easy, all right? You wasn't even a tough fight. It looked
Okay.
easy.
That's greatness, right?
Yeah,
Making
great.
something
Very
extremely
difficult.
hard
Look easy.
look easy.
But
Greatness.
just going the distance with Marvin Hagler, marvelous Marvin Hagler.
Did you think you were going to knock him out?
No, well, you know the when I finally came back, when I don't know, 3rd, 4th, 5th round, I actually threw punches because I was telling him, and you and the commentators never said that, but I was sticking my chin out, and all these things were just trying to get inside of his head, because let me tell you something, during all the press conferences we did, I never said I'm gonna knock Hagler out, this or that. I say, hey, you know what, people. They overlook the fact that marvelous Marvin Hagler is a better boxer. He's also a better boxer than you guys give him credit for. You look at him as being a tough guy. I said, but he's a better boxer, and it's a shame that you don't give him credit.
No, I thought he was going to be. Everybody thought he was going to be different with you. Everybody thought he was going to be there. He'd walk you down, break you down.
Yeah, exactly.
Break
That's
down
what I
Ray.
thought. Yeah, I forgot how why Ray's going to do this shit. You know what I mean? And he went in there and made the whole world. How you don't know what Hagler was back then? Hagler was a monster.
A monster, absolutely.
Scary guy. I think somebody touched him on the arm and he smacked him. Who was it? He was a monster back then.
Yeah.
A monster.
Ray, what did you feel like in your career was your greatest moment ever? Because to Mike, it sounds like from Mike's perspective, that was maybe one of your greatest fights of all time. But maybe there was another moment in your career where you felt in the zone, in the flow.
Well, the second Duran fight?
At your utmost.
That was another fight that was just easy fight, too. It appeared to be easy on top of it.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, look, the second one.
What the Duran, the second fight, I mean, I knew I could win. But what happened the first fight, he took me out of my game plan. He got into my head. Roberto Duran cursed me out. He cursed my wife. Gave him
And that's how I learned to do that from him. That's what I did. I did those intimidation.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I tell you, and it got to me.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Because there was a communication blockage. We couldn't communicate with each other so well.
Because he didn't speak English was a second language.
Yeah,
and he didn't speak very good English.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I tried to beat him at his own game. I said, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna fight him toe to toe. And I knew right from the start, but it didn't register hard enough or serious enough to say, Ray, you can't beat him this way. You got to box him. And by the time I realized this, it was like 10th round, 11th round, 12th round. And he hit me so many times and so hard. I'm hurting right now, just thinking about it.
After the fight, did you say, hey, I could beat this guy?
No, I was going to retire, Mike.
No, fuck.
No, I was going to retire. That's what I was going to retire.
Like,
Because, really, a doctor came to my room after the fight and drew blood from my ears.
fuck.
Because what happens when you break those blood vessels, they harden, then they become what?
Cauliflower
Yeah.
ears. That's how you
That
get
happened
that.
to me too at the drain before.
It hurt. Does it hurt?
Yeah.
Really. I said, I don't need this. So I seriously contemplated retirement again.
Again.
Yeah, I retired. I hold the records for retired. But I went to Hawaii with my wife and just try to get away from it, get away from it. But I was running on the street on the sand every morning, and people say, "Hey, Ray, if you had boxing, you would beat him." And then I said, "All right." I called Mike Trainer. I said, "Mike," I want to fight Durant ASAP. He said, "Ray, are you on vacation?" I said, "Yeah, but that doesn't make a difference." And we had the fight scheduled. The fight was scheduled 5 months later.
Wow.
Which was pretty unprecedented. Yeah. They don't
do that now.
Yeah. The magnitudes of big fights, that doesn't happen for a year or years.
Yeah.
But that just showed the greed of people like Don King and those guys. 5 months, 2 weeks. That's some immense greed. That's not even white greed, nigga. That's just immense greed. The white people are not that greedy. No, I'm sorry.
Fucking white people, man. Again. Strike again.
No. That was my plan. My plan was get them there, get them back in the ring as soon as possible. And that's what happened, That's what took place.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was good, though. That was good, though.
You know who else was a major, major fight for me was Donnie Lalonde.
Yeah, I saw that fight, too.
He hurt
you?
Every single time.
He had to, because he's so damn big, though.
He didn't hurt me when he knocked me down. He hurt me every other time he hit me. I mean, I was almost out.
Why did you want to fight that guy?
Another belt.
I can see that. Light heavyweight belt. Imagine you're a little guy, welterweight, winning a light heavyweight belt.
Yeah, but I relinquished that crown right away, probably the second day, because I couldn't fight those big guys, man. They hit too hard. It's a significant difference.
How many amateur fights did you have?
About 150, 155, yeah. Yep.
That's a lot of fights. I'm talking about the ones that you didn't count. The ones that I'm talking about those fights that they don't count.
No.
Is that all of them together from your first one to all of them?
Yeah.
150. That's a lot of fights.
Before you even turned pro.
Some guys got 500, 400 fights, right?
Amateurs?
Some amateurs,
I had
Russia and stuff.
Wow.
Purnell had a bunch of fights.
Purnell had a great amateur career.
Yeah, he had a lot of fights, too.
A lot of fights. How many fights you had as an amateur?
I don't know, 60.
Really? Yeah, that's...
I had around 150 street fights. So that's probably why I didn't do too bad in boxing. That's all we did in Brooklyn is fight. Fight. You did this, you did that. I didn't do any fight.
Ray, what is it like? You guys are, 2 generations of greatness in boxing. What's it like to have watched Mike come up and then to see him throughout his life?
Oh, God. What you must have, that was like a fucking comedy show, huh?
Oh.
And then to hear Mike say,
no, really, Ray, that was like,
that
must have been like seeing me, come on, that must have been like, wow, what's wrong with this guy? He got some mental problems.
No,
huh?
Mike, no. The first time I saw you was
that's a trip.
HBO fight. Yeah. I was doing, and Mike was walking to the ring, and I looked at him. He didn't have socks on. You got to be a bad mother to not wear socks with your boxing shoes. I mean, and then Mike had like a towel. He just had a towel. Yeah, he got in the ring, and when the bell rung, the intensity, Mike went right after this man, and the left hook was I love my left hooks. And Mike was just going to the body, going to the head, and it wasn't who he knocked out, it was the fashion that he knocked these guys out. It was amazing, and the audience, the crowd, the fans went crazy, and every time he would fight, it was always a packed house. And so when did you turn pro? I don't know, when did you turn
84, 85, I was 18.
Okay.
85.
Okay, yeah, and then and Mike's speed was unbelievable too, because speed is power, and he had that. But body shots was kind of a lost art, and Mike always go to the body, bring those hands down and just annihilate the guys. So it was something to watch.
Yeah. Absolutely, man.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
What was your best punch, though, Mike?
Huh?
Your left hook? Was your left hook? Or,
I knocked out more guys with my left hook, but I always thought my right hand was. You know, I always thought about the left hook had more knockouts.
Interesting.
yeah.
Is that interesting?
Yeah, because fighting is spiritual. It's unconsciousness. When you're really fighting, you don't know what you're doing. It's just it's moment power. It's action. It's happening. Even though you anticipate doing this, but it's flowing. When it's flowing, things happen.
It flows. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Some of you might get your ass knocked out.
Yeah.
It's just flowing. Sometimes it flows.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's
Then
interesting.
sometimes it flows when your consciousness might be out of your body. You're watching yourself fight.
Yeah.
You know. It's
Yeah. I mean, the thing about it,
Sure.
and what Mike is saying is so accurate, because if I was fighting you, I wouldn't have to look at your body. I'll just go there. It's my hands know where to go.
Right.
You want to try?
You're not no. No,
Listen,
man.
oh no, listen.
Ray, fuck no, dude.
No, listen. Danny Boy Green, that's a knockout. He hit Danny Boy Green.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. Wow.
Left
Wow. Holy moly, dead. I mean, was this in Potomac? Somewhere you did it? When did you do it?
It was, yeah.
Was
it was,
yeah.
no, not Potomac, but it was in Maryland.
In Maryland, man, did he hit? Whoa, he was dead. He was just unconscious.
The Capitol Center.
Well, that's such a
His life was gone. It was out of him.
that's such a great insight there, Ray, because fighting is such a spiritual thing that your whole body. It's not like you're saying, I'm going to punch, I'm going to throw left hook, I'm going to throw right cross. You're just like, your body is doing it. You're going straight to the place where you're seeing it. You're visualizing, making an impact on another individual. And then your hands and your arms and your torso and your legs are just the vehicle to go to that place.
But before you put that combination on another individual, you study that individual. You know his every move.
Right.
That's why you know this is going on. It's just weird.
Absolutely.
I choreographed the fight in my head and break them down, strong points, weak points, height, whatever. Like with Tommy Hearns, the first fight, when I was walking around the ring, I said, who in this area can beat Tommy Hearns? And I looked and I saw Muhammad Ali. And if you go back and watch the first round of the fight, I was boxing Tommy, just making a miss, which upset him. And I said, I can use that against him. Because he wasn't as stable as I thought he was. So I used that antics. It took a lot, though. It took incredible punches. Yeah.
Listen, what was that guy? Andy the Price, dude. Andy Price, guy. Andy Price. Andy Price. Oh man, that's when. Listen,
But Andy could fight. Andy,
but he couldn't. That night he couldn't get
first
started.
round.
He couldn't get started.
he
He looked good though. He looked like he threw that right hand at you. I was like, oh shit. He beat Palomino too. They said. I was like, oh shit.
Mike knows his stuff.
Yeah, he does.
He does.
Mike is a student, man.
Hey, listen.
Mike is an absolute student.
I still see those fights in my head.
Yeah.
Are you crazy?
Yeah.
Oh, y'all guys don't even know where my
That's
head
like
goes.
film.
I still see those things.
Yeah.
No, they thought I bit off more than I could chew.
Yeah,
fighting Andy Price.
this is gonna be a tough
Interesting.
one.
Tough one, yeah.
Interesting.
And I
This is
just
a tough one.
caught him. And
Well, he looked good. He looked like now he did have some moves. I thought he was gonna do something. I got scared.
because when I caught him, then I and what happens when I hurt a guy, I
This how it went.
get it.
This how it went. I'm serious. I'm not doing it because it's. And then Ray did his thing. And then Ray did the corner. Boom, 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 boom. Right?
He just went down.
Boom, 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 boom. Oh, that's how it went. Right? Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No. The speed,
Hey,
put it
man.
on the man. The speed is godly. Like you can't imagine. The guy didn't see it. He didn't see it. He didn't see this. It's gone.
Because when I hurt him, I threw just a barrage of punches, and some of them missed, but they were like grazing punches, like grazing.
They ain't look like they missed. You know, some of that. Boom, boom, boom. You can't even explain it. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
All precise. Wasn't getting up. Whew. Remember that stuff. Vicious pinpoint accuracy.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it is.
Ray, I want to ask you about You know the movie The Fighter?
Right.
Who was that about? Mickey
Rourke. Mickey Rourke.
Mickey
right?
Rourke, yeah.
No.
No.
What's his last name? Forget.
Who was the
crazy.
actor? Oh, Ruben Carter?
No.
Tony
no,
Ayala? Who?
Let me look.
Yeah.
But you fought his brother.
Dick Eklund?
Dick Eklund. You fought him.
Yes.
And
Mickey Ward.
Mickey Ward. Mickey Ward.
Wow.
And
wow.
Dick Eklund. And you fought Dick, right?
Yeah.
And there's that famous scene.
Knocked me down.
Right. He knocked you down. And then there's that whole thing of him stepping over you or whatever it was. But more importantly, what I want to ask you about is, and both of you guys, I think, have great insight into this, is the relationship of addiction and fighters, and because that movie's all about, Dick Eklund really struggled with drug addiction. He was a crackhead and, had a lot of issues with that. And that bled into his brother's life of fucking being just creating all kinds of chaos in his brother's fighting career. And both of you guys, I think, have been very open and honest about your addictions throughout your life. And what do you think it is about the relationship between finding yourself in a sport like boxing, a violent contact sport like boxing, and the mental mechanisms that contribute to addictions, whether it's drugs or alcohol or sex or gambling, whatever it might be? How do those things seem to coexist frequently in very successful fighters and athletes? In the NFL, you see it all the time as well. I myself have definitely had my issues with addiction, from drugs to sex, etc., and alcohol. And I know that my football career fed directly into that. And I'm curious what your guys' thoughts are on why are those things, happening at the same time very frequently.
Well, first of all, it's accessible. It's there, especially
the access.
once you reach the access. I mean, and for me, it took place. The drugs and alcohol issues took place with me when I was retired, one of many times, because I wasn't happy. I was, as much as I had low self-esteem. I didn't feel good about myself. And when I tried or was offered cocaine, it was one of those missing ingredients that I needed to feel better about myself. Then the alcohol became an issue because alcohol to me, alcohol and cocaine mix very well. So good supplements, good ingredients. But I nearly lost it. I nearly went over the bridge because I did it every single day. But a friend of mine, James Anderson, who was my security guy.
Oh, that's my man too, Anderson.
James Anderson. He said, Ray, because he wasn't afraid to tell me right from wrong. He said, Ray, you know what? Forget about you. The hell with you. Think about your parents. Think about your kids. And they see you get locked up because you drunk driving or you're doing too much drugs or whatever. He said, the hell with you. Look in the mirror, see who you find. And I looked in the mirror that night, later on that night. I cried like a baby. Because I said, that is not the person my mother and father, raised me to be. And I stopped the cocaine. Cocaine was cold turkey. Just stop doing cocaine. It was the alcohol that had me in his arms and his pit me in his claws. And I've been 15 years sober.
Amazing.
And I didn't talk about this. I never brought this up to anyone. But again, I talk about this. It happened to me. The sexual abuse, I talk about it now. And I don't cry. I may shed a tear, but that's because I'm happy.
I understand that.
I'm
I
happy.
understand.
And I talk about it because even in my speeches, sometimes I'll bring it up. And I say, why am I doing it? Because the place gets quiet. But I feel okay now. There's so much gratitude that I have being in AA. Again, just overcoming some of the biggest fights in my life, and that was the alcohol. That was the drugs. I did it all, man. I mean, I'm not some innocent kid or innocent guy. I've done it all, but I broke away from it, and that's why I'm here.
Yeah.
This is a good place to be. It's a good place to be. You know, we all go through that. You know, when I was young coming up, I grew up, I had an enemy complex, and the enemy was me.
Yeah.
You know, I had
That's
an enemy
toughest.
complex. Enemy was me. Everybody was my enemy. My fighters, coaches, trainers. Coach couldn't come talk to me. I'll threaten his coach, his family members. All of them are my enemies. If I see them outside of this press conference, it's war. And why was I like that? Because my insecurity, my guilt, my shame, all that stuff made me a savage. I didn't have self-love, so I showed it by acting like an animal. You know, and you go through that, and you learn a different way of life. Not saying that that's a bad way of life, but that's just not my way of life anymore. You know, it's not far from me, but it's just not how I want to conduct myself anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
It's so interesting. You said, Ray, you know, you were at this place in your life where you had everything, and yet you had no self-esteem. Is that interesting?
Oh no, it's not interesting.
Well, I mean,
The greatest
it makes
kings,
sense.
the greatest warriors, the greatest conquerors had the smallest low self-esteem. Napoleon, Alexander the Great.
It's ancient.
They're afraid of their mother.
Yeah.
You know?
Wow.
Achilles, all these guys.
Yeah.
Low self-esteem. Their mothers had to tell them who they were. They're mama's boys. Can you believe that? Imagine telling them they're mama's boy.
I believe
look
that.
Look at it. Look what they left to us over the years. How we think of them. Mama's boys.
To have the sense or the power or the will to talk about yourself in a negative way.
Derogatory.
It's hard. Derogatory. It's hard, and it gets harder sometimes, pending where you are in success. And you don't want people to know, because people assume you're weak. You know, or you're a bad guy or bad person. But I talk and I speak on this because I know what it'd do for it. I mean, if I had stayed on that road, I should say, if I stayed on that road, I wouldn't be here talking to you guys today. You know, I wouldn't be here.
But we can't stay on the road wondering why we're disappointed with this part of our characteristics. Look at all the beautiful parts of our characteristics that we got. I might be this, I might be that, I might be a criminal, I might have done this and that, but look how great I am. Look how beautiful I look. Look how many great men I've beaten. My name is Sugar Ray Leonard. Right?
Right. Thanks, man.
Yeah,
Definitely.
right? They call me, look how beautiful I am.
Definitely.
Everybody, they can't stop when they see me. They have to say hi.
But that's really true. It's it's like my life. I'm so incredibly blessed, and like when I go to my meetings, my AA meetings, and sometimes I hear people say, "Oh, I have such gratitude," and I'm saying, I couldn't understand that. How do you have gratitude? And the other day I was at a meeting. I said, I have gratitude because out of 15 years, it took 15 years for me to say that. 15 years. And I feel incredible because I reciprocate. I give back, make a difference. I made an impact in the ring. I want to make the same or even larger impact outside the ring, helping people.
Yeah. When you woke up this morning, what were some of the first thoughts that ran through your head?
I'm alive, you know, and not harsh, but I just say that. I just say, you know what, God, I remember sitting. This is many years ago. I was in bed. I woke up, I hung over just feeling sick to my just to my gut, to my head. Everything was hurting. I looked at TV, which was on, and there was someone shooting. And I reached down and grabbed my gun, and I shot back at it. I blew the TV up.
Wow.
It sounds funny, but it's not funny. It's reality. I could have been down there. I could have continued down that road. And, is it shocking? I used to say, wow, yeah, because that guy, man, or her or the girl. No, it's not shocking. It's a stage. It just gets worse if you don't wake up.
But there's guys like that you can give them the word. You can give Errol Spence that word. You can give a lot of fighters, a lot of people, not even fighters, because people with those mentalities of grandeurs. We really, even my sick mind, I think sometimes I wake up, like you said, sometimes I wake up and sometimes I think I'm special. I think I'm special until my pain, my nerve, and my back start to hurt. Then I realize I'm nothing. Sometimes that illusion of myself makes me think I'm something until something happens to me or somebody that I love, and then I know only God is great. And that's been my override. I don't say redemption, but my overall perception of myself now. That everything I did was just under the mercy of God. I was born, and soon I was born, I'm going to die. So until I die, I have to do something. And I did something called the toad. This, how do you explain the toad?
The toad is an
How do you explain that?
It's an ancient medicine that they collect the venom of this toad, the Sonoran desert toad. They collect its venom, and you can smoke it with a shaman, and you experience all sorts of things, an ego death for one. It releases you from a lot of pain and trauma that you've experienced in your life. Mike has done it a handful of times, and he's for sure in the last, how long have we known each other, Mike? 2 years, almost 2 years. Mike experienced a spiritual awakening, and he's just been growing and evolving ever since in a very positive way.
And then now, since he told you that, now, so I did the toad, and I just can't stop doing cocaine and liquor and fucking bitches, right? I just can't stop doing that.
This was before the toad.
Yeah, I just can't stop doing that, right? There's something wrong. I just can't stop doing this shit, right? And I did the toad in 2 years. Well, I haven't did it. Boom. Didn't even think about it. They don't even fuck with me. And I'm thinking to myself, what is going on? Why did I feel this? So I take it again. And then something else happened. I said, hey, I'm probably, what am I, 70 pounds overweight? Son told me, hey, get in shape. Be disgusted. Look beautiful. Be beautiful. And then I start getting in shape all of a sudden. I lose 60, 70 pounds, right? And so it tells me, you're better than that. Be a businessman. Watch the movies about how men who built America. Watch John D. Rockefeller, Cornelius Vanderbilt. Watch these guys. Watch them, Mike. This thing is telling me this. I don't know nothing. I don't read and write. I don't do shit. Well, I can read real good. I can't write. But right, so I watch these guys, and all of a sudden, I'm getting into business. I'm a philanthropist. We're getting business. We got hundreds of millions of dollars worth of property on the Tyson ranch. Who am I? How does this happen to me? I'm not leading my ship. I'm not driving this fucking car. Not me. I'm not qualified to drive this car. So what's happening to Ray? Ray, look at me, Ray. Am I different from than you perceived me before? It's not for everybody. I have to say like that, but I don't know why I'm living like this. I'm happy that I am. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure this out. But this is since it's going on. This has been awesome. This has been really awesome and stuff. It's just, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't hang around bullshit ass, trifling ass motherfuckers. I'm only attracted to people who could enhance my life, and they just come in my life. I don't go to like they just come visit me. I don't know. I want to start talking scary nigga religious shit, but it's just what it is. All right, it's just what it is.
Well, Ray, you have a relationship with God, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. At the core of it, medicines like the toad or ayahuasca. Have you heard of ayahuasca?
No, I have not.
So these are ancient tribal medicines. And really what they do is they just put you in touch with God.
Ray, but I don't mean to interrupt, excuse me, but remember I saw you last time at that place where they were honoring me with something?
Yes.
What the fuck did I do to get honored with anything, Ray? No, really, Ray. No, Ray, real serious, Ray. What have I done that was what, a couple of weeks ago? Within that time, what have I done to be honored by something, Ray? Ray, it's just happening. I don't know, Ray. What the fuck did I do, Ray?
It's being Mike. I mean, we affect people in various ways. Give them, whether it's confidence, whether it's like, life is
inspiration.
Inspiration.
But if I didn't take that toll in the way that I was conducting myself, nobody would have given me anything.
Well, the crazy thing
is,
that's
Mike,
what
I'm talking about.
They would have, though.
No, they wouldn't have, though. Not me being around it, being disgusting, being lascivious around people's women and stuff. No, they wouldn't have. You crazy? I'm a motherfucking qualified nigga when I was a nigga.
The award you got,
listen,
6
man.
months?
Yeah.
3 months? How long ago?
It was 6 months.
Yeah.
6 months ago?
That's because of all this stuff, man. That ain't because of who I am. They told us, see, when I try to explain it to people probably think this guy is nuts.
Oh my.
Well, you've given yourself over to spirit, Mike. Don't you think?
No, listen, when they told me this stuff, I thought, get the fuck out of here. I said, this what he told me when I'm telling you. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. I don't want to hear that shit no more. That's bullshit. Prove it to me. Well, I don't know. I'm just happy to see you guys. I know it's spooky.
The thing that matters the most is that Mike is in the best shape of his life right now. Wouldn't you say, Mike?
Absolutely.
Without question.
No doubt. No, I'm talking about psychological, spiritual shape.
Yes.
Respect for us, my family, my wife. You know what I mean? Would never cheat on her again and none of that crazy shit. Just that, and from that perspective, I have a perspective of it. I never had, since I've been champ, since I've been everything until recently, I never had a perspective of myself.
Okay, Mike, when you
there was no perspective. I was Mike the champ and all this, but there was no perspective. I just was existing. But I didn't know who I was.
Just existing.
Yeah, I did not know who I was.
Yeah.
All those years, did not know who I was. And no self-respect.
Yeah.
I thought I was a fly nigga. I had no self-respect.
I came down to earth many years ago, 15 years ago, and because, say, for example, this was a lamp. I'll be sitting here, and the lamp is on. And someone said, turn the lamp off. I mean, the lamp is right there. Let's go way back when I was really in desperate need of help with the cocaine and with the alcohol. I said, turn the light off, turn the lamp off. I mean, the lamp is right, I could do that. But I was so into me that it took a while until my wife one day, she said, no, you turn the damn lamp off. I looked at her and I said, for a second, I said, should I tell her to go to hell or should I do it? I said, it's better to do it. And I did it, and it seemed so simple and so petty, but that wasn't part of getting my life together.
No,
getting my life together.
Wait, what I'm gonna say sounds so egotistical and so megalomaniac. You can't handle your greatness, brother.
Yeah.
I think I can't handle it. I told God, please make me somebody. I can't handle this, man. I have to tear myself down, say nasty things about myself because I got such a big ego. It's just a bitch, ain't it?
It's a bitch.
Thinking about yourself, then fucking hearing your name in your fucking head all your time. How that must be like. They never know what that's like. They hear your name in your head all the time.
Yeah. But it was pain for me. It was painful.
Yeah,
it was painful.
Yeah, that's how it is for me. It's pain.
And then
people think it's great. Hey, Mike the champ. It's pain. Stop.
Yeah.
How do you tell them to stop?
Because what happened with me, Mike? Back in the day, I didn't know really who my friends were. I didn't really know if my family truly loved me for who I am. I was so just fighting mentally, psychologically, spiritually, fighting my heart. My heart was at risk, and I nearly lost it. But I came back.
Hey, listen, right? It always go back to the ego. I'm sorry to say it, but listen, right, Ray? It's only 2 Sugar Rays in existence. So many people tried, but they blurred out. There's only 2, nigga. There's only 2. And I don't think there's going to be any more. You know how good,
Yeah.
It's rare. I know they're looking at me saying, what the Mike, though? It's rare, brother. That's why it's only 2 of you. Out of all the years of fighting, it's only 2 of you. 200 years, there's only 2 of you. Now take that back to your ego. Wow. Isn't that heavy to be you?
It took a long time. It took a long time to do. Well, you have to understand it has to be within you, spiritually within you. Because everything becomes materialistic. It becomes about the dollar, this and that. And until you're able to be okay with yourself, be okay with who Ray is, who Mike is, you won't live that life. I mean,
because no one else is going to be okay with you.
There you go.
Right?
Yes, exactly.
No one else is going to come in and show you
how to be Mike.
It's okay to be you, Mike, because we're okay with you. It doesn't happen, you know?
No, listen, but we come from a world, even yourself, we come from a world where we look up to people, where we idolize people.
Yeah.
Who's ever in the name with the baddest fighter, the baddest drug dealer, the baddest killer, the baddest pretty boy, whatever. We look up to whatever they have that makes them who they are. We look up to that. So we come from a community of worshiping and want to be worshipped.
Mm-hmm.
And it never leaves. It stays in us till we die.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, I got to say this. I remember vividly when I was okay in my own pants. I went to a party, and for some reason, I didn't dress up or anything, just went straight there. Got there, and I stayed for a couple hours, and I enjoyed everyone. Because normally I get all dressed up and this and that. I didn't need to be all dressed up to be Ray. It was painful, it was scary, but I left that party being Ray. I mean, I'm Sugar Ray, but Ray has to at one time step in and say, all right, keep that down. You know, come on, keep that ego down. Mm-hmm. And I do that now.
Every day, I got to fight him. That's what I do. I fight him all the time.
Every day. Every day I fight him. Yeah.
He'll destroy me. He'll destroy my wife and my kids. He'll destroy all of us.
Yes.
He'll kill us all.
The willingness to be humbled, to be happy.
Oh, you're going to be humble. You're going to be humble. You're going to be beaten into submission. You're going to be humble. Before your time is over, you're going to bow down. You're going to bow. That's what the Torah teach you, too. You're going to bow down. You got to get on your knees. Yeah, I'm not no religious guy. I always use religious to take advantage of people into my whole life. I thought I did. I thought I was taking advantage of people. I had the experience with the Torah, and I saw God, and I found that everybody was watching me. Whatever I did to people, they were watching me. Mm-hmm. Nothing's a secret. Everything I did that I'm ashamed of, they've been watching me.
To be a VIP, to be celebrity, to be wealthy, to be famous, and all this, it makes it so hard, but it is it's doable.
But when you pass the test, it's constantly tested, but when you find yourself pass the test that you normally failed, isn't it an incredible feeling?
It's an incredible feeling.
Isn't that incredible? It's more than having $1 billion. You know, man, it's an incredible feeling. You can't imagine that feeling, man. That thing that always took me down. Every time I cheated, I thought, oh, man, I better do cocaine. I feel like shit. Oh, why did I do that? Oh, I gotta drink. Oh, I feel fucked up. Yeah. And I beat that now. And I know, listen, you don't beat him because you beat him that day. Every time he comes up, I beat him. Every time he confronts me, I beat him so far.
You know, this message that I hope we're giving out is priceless, man. I mean, people need to hear that. Our kids need to hear this.
Yeah.
So many lives will be saved so many lives would not be destroyed. And that's why I'm feeling so great being here, man. This shit's real. This is real.
This is all about improving yourself. The urge, that's a form human beings have spiritually too. The urge to improve themselves as human beings.
Yes.
But there's so much negativity, we get discouraged.
So much.
We easy to get discouraged, and that's what happened with me and you in boxing. We've been beaten, we've been knocked, but we didn't get discouraged.
Didn't get discouraged.
We didn't get discouraged. That's why people that don't like us have to respect us. We didn't get discouraged. Badder people than us, tougher people than us got discouraged by stuff we went through. Tougher than us, smarter than us, but we're here. Why aren't they here? They should be here. But why ain't something that we had? I don't know what it is. I'm not trying to be egotistical, but I am in a way, but you know what I'm saying, right?
No, man, they gave up.
Yeah.
You guys never gave up. You still don't give up on yourselves.
And that's that ego. What the fuck am I doing here? I don't belong here. It comes out of nowhere.
I mean, look at
It comes out of nowhere.
both of you guys finding your best selves after you're in your late 40s. So many men are running around the world right now thinking their life is over because they're in their mid 40s. They haven't accomplished what they want. They're not living the life they want. They're depressed.
No, listen, no, forget
They're
those
scared.
guys. No, check this out. Forget those guys. Talk about the guys. They have everything. They accomplish everything. Those are the ones.
Sure.
Forget those other guys. Those guys are going to win. You know what I mean? Those guys have people that care about them. They're not pushing them away and all that stuff. Those guys got people that come and put them in the rehab. Imagine a guy like me. Fuck you. You know who I am.
Yeah.
When you was in school, I conquered the fucking world of fighting.
Yeah.
So my big ego, how somebody's going to tell me? No one helped me. I did it myself. I didn't do it through my father or my grandfather. I didn't inherit shit. How could somebody talk to me? Really, how could somebody talk to you? How can that happen? You got to be humbled. God humbles you. It's almost impossible.
It's never too late to surrender.
I agree with that. Yeah,
It's never
I agree
too
with
late.
that. I agree with
Absolutely.
that.
I totally agree with that.
I agree.
Yeah.
Surrendering is so liberating.
Yeah. It's the ultimate liberation.
All that full fake ego stuff.
Yeah.
For me, I thought that an alcoholic or a drug addict was on the streets.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I'm doing too good to be a junkie.
Yeah.
I got 41 mansions in Jersey. I'm going to be a junkie.
No, I said, Mike, it took me years to accept that it doesn't discriminate. Alcohol, drugs, whatever. But man, I learned something someone said you can't teach an old dog new tricks. That's not true.
I don't believe that.
I don't believe that.
I don't believe that. That's an ignorant motherfucker that said that.
I don't believe that.
He don't want to learn.
But isn't it great, guys? Look at us. Look at us, the three of us talking just openly, without holding back. Because sometimes I'll say something, and I've said something, and then I say, damn, I want to take that back. But no, I don't want to take it back.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
No.
I don't want to take it back.
No.
No.
Because you're not going to get the full effect of what you have to express to whoever you want to express it to if you pull it back.
Yeah.
That's what I believe. Yeah.
Absolutely. I believe that. Ray, do you live in L.A.?
I've been in L.A. for 26 years.
Amazing, man.
Yeah.
Well, you're welcome here anytime, man.
Man, this is...
Anytime you want to come here. I know Mike loves to have you.
Absolutely. The day blew my mind. I didn't think today. I had a miserable day today.
That's so interesting, man. How did you wake up this morning, Mike?
Hey, first thing I do when I wake up, I never dream anymore. This is what I do. I went to bed around 10:40 last night because I came in from Minnesota from the doctor. Okay. I went to bed. I woke up at 6 o'clock, 6:15. Went on the treadmill. I did the treadmill for an hour.
Can I just say that's a nice night's sleep for you, right?
Yeah.
You don't normally do that.
No, that's every day. That's a great sleep right there. That was great.
Yeah.
10:40.
Great night's sleep
that
for
was
you.
Great. So I did the workout, and then we had to come here. So I listened to some affirmations. Always listen to affirmations. This is probably gratitude affirmations, thanking God for my eyes, my health, my intestines, my smile. It's everything, thanking Him for everything that I could just, it's anything, my ability to think, my ability to earn money, residual money and stuff, and the ability to love. This is my gratitude for everything that I exist for.
Beautiful.
And then I get up, kiss the kids if they're not going to training already, kiss my wife, tell her I love her, say I'm sorry about a little fight we had last night, and then boom, I'm off to work.
Yeah.
That's,
Off the shower.
You didn't know Ray was coming in?
I had no idea. Didn't want to come in today, but I said, I have to come in when I don't want to come in. That's what I did with training. The day I didn't want to train, that was the day I trained and sparred, and that was my best spar. Especially when you spar the guy that kicks your ass all the time, and you go in there and knock him out. Woo! You don't want to come train the next day. You want to go party.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Guy beats you up every day, and then you knock him out one day in the gym. Holy moly. And your mind said, I improved. Because I never did this to him before.
Right.
I know you said that.
Yeah,
huh?
absolutely.
See, they don't know. Guys in the gym, we're
Definitely.
out in the street, we bad in the ring, we knocking on the guy. And the gym is hell. There's guys in there kicking you. Can't wait to get in there with you to
Kick
show
your
off.
butt, yeah.
Bringing people to the gym to see them fight you. Jeff buddies, bringing them to the gym as a boxer champ. And watching them beat your ass. And you can't beat them in the gym. Why don't they? And then they fight somebody in the ring and the guy kicks their ass. They don't even fight nowhere like that, the way they fight you in the gym, in the ring.
Let me say this, guys, real quick. Like last night, my wife and I was watching a couple movies and stuff, and what she'll do, because I fall asleep eventually, like 10 o'clock, and then she'll leave and go into another room because I snore. And I'll say, turn the lamp on, because I don't like being alone. So she said, are you sure? I said, turn the lamp on. So she turns the lamp on. Because I don't like being by myself.
Well, I get that same feeling. I have to have the same thing.
Yeah.
Wow, why is it that way? Is it fighters? Is it just everyone like that? Or is it entertainers? Are we so used to being around people talking about us, being around us, or something? Because I said, baby, don't leave. Why you got to go, baby? Why you got to go? Why you got to pick the kids up? Why you got to go buy me some food, baby? Huh, baby? Why can't you just pay somebody? Why can't we get somebody to do that for us, baby? Let's get a maid, baby. Let's get 2 maids. Let's get butlers, baby. No, why we have none of that. Well, she's dropping the kids off, going to the store, picking up food for, baby, why are you doing that? Stay with me, baby. I can't function. And then if she doesn't stay, I fight. I might say, who are you going to see, baby? Make her feel guilty before she stay. Who are you going to see, baby? You never leave. You always leave going to this place. This place must be very important for you to go to this place because you just always go. So who are you meeting there? You meeting somebody over there? And then she feels guilty and she stays. And I have to go low. I have to play real low to get her to stay.
I do the
I'm
same
a
thing.
lobo. I'm a disgusting pig.
But it's wonderful, man. Then
Hey, why do we do that though? We don't want to be alone. Why are we afraid to be alone?
Mike, I'm sorry. I'm
All
like,
this
I don't
big
like.
ego, we so flat we don't want to be alone.
Yeah.
Cause listen,
No one
we got
tells
nobody
us.
to hear our shit,
Yeah.
hear our complaints.
No one wants to tell you.
Yeah.
Tell me how great I am. Tell me how great things are.
Oh God, ain't that some crazy?
It's some crazy.
But
when you
if he
think
wasn't
about
that way, we would never be talking to this guy. I would never be here. Isn't that something? I would never be here if this guy didn't exist. That's how the world works and stuff, right?
Yeah.
You know, Ali got me to want to box, but he and Durant made me know this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to dedicate my life to doing this. That's just what it was. Imagine, I'm just the one telling you, imagine how many millions of kids all over the world that are fighting. And then making them fight and winning something else with that same ferocious attitude and competitive spirit that you had and became successful in business and some other kind of endeavors and stuff.
Right. It's beautiful, man. It's really beautiful.
So beautiful, man. It's amazing to have you guys in here just rapping.
That's what people for. They inspire everybody. Everybody's made to inspire. If it wasn't him, it wouldn't be a lot of people.
Yeah.
It wasn't Ali,
Definitely.
there wouldn't be a lot of people. Everybody
Definitely.
inspired. That's what we're all here for, to inspire one another, to help each other. Because in some weird way, we're all related. In a weird way, I learned from the Toad that we're all one. We're one with the trees, the rocks, the bugs, defecation, everything. We're all one.
Yeah.
It's nothing different. We're all one.
Yeah. Well, Ray, anything that
You want to know?
wanna
Put it
shout
out there. Share
You
it
wanna
out
let,
there.
Let our audience
Let's
know.
do it.
Well, this was a special time. I don't want to say this was an interview because it goes beyond an interview. This was from the heart. This is from experience. This is from being one of many. And I just hope that I've said something that will help you in some large or small way. Humility. life, God, higher power. Don't ever give up. I always say this, that to be a fighter, even outside the ring, because it's going to take a fight to make your life right. God bless.
Beautiful.
That's beautiful. A fight to make your life
brother.
right.
Thank you, brother.
Thank
A
you.
fight to
so
make
much. Should I take us out, Mike?
Go ahead.
All right. Well, hey, everybody. Thank you so much for listening and watching this episode of Hotboxin. Until next time, I'm Eben Britton,
And I'm Mike Tyson,
the man, Sugar Ray Leonard.
Sugar Daddy.
Thank you, brother.
5-time world champion, 6.
6, who's counting?
Who's counting?
Who's counting?
Multiple world champion.
World champ.
Legendary.
Legend. All right, everybody. Peace.
We're out of here. Woo, that was awesome.